Why do I push myself so hard every day? It's because if I don't wake up every morning at 3:40 a.m., go do my workout in the gym and do my running, then all I'm gonna do is eventually regress back to the same fat piece of shit that I was before. I'm gonna go right back to playing video games, I'm gonna go right back to watching YouTube for hours on end, I'm gonna go back to watching Netflix and screwing around and not doing anything that moves me forward. I mean, think about the amount of time that you waste every day scrolling on social media or watching YouTube. There's one thing when you do it as a break, when you give yourself a little reward, because your brain does need some time to rest. But it's another thing when you are so addicted to it the way I was. I was so addicted. My thing was to drink, smoke, play video games, and just get lost, go into escapism. I just loved escapism. I was addicted to video games so bad. I just want to sit there and play them and be the hero in the video game. Hell, I would even use cheat codes to make my character more buff, to collect more loot, to make more money. And what would I do in my real life? In my real life, I was a fucking loser. So I finally said, the man that I want to be is the man who looks good, feels good, gets up early, is super productive while everybody else is still sleeping. That's who I wanted to be, and it finally took me forever, but I'm finally doing it. I'm finally making tons of money. I'm finally fairly successful in my workouts. I work out every morning. I'm up. I'm working towards building up my body, getting rid of this fat I was telling you guys about before. It's almost there. I mean, still got a ways to go, but point being, right, is to work hard, to get up early, and to push yourself really hard. If you don't have that purpose, if you have no reason to get up, then you just go right back to wasting time cheering for sports teams that don't give a fuck about you, and wasting your time for people who don't care, for content creators sitting there liking videos or cat videos or whatever the hell it is that you watch, stupid funny videos, watching whatever for hours on end and trying to escape your reality. So stop doing it. I had to stop, and I'm telling you, it is very possible. It's not just it's possible. You will do it. You will stop eventually. You will stop. You will either stop because you listen to me, you listen to this video, you listen to somebody else's video, or you're gonna stop when you end up in the hospital because you got a stroke, because you want to be fat, and because you're so fat, so out of shape, your arteries are hardening, they're filling up with plaque and all kinds of crap, and suddenly an artery bursts in your vein and you got a fucking stroke. How do you feel about that? Think about it. Seriously, look at yourself right now and realize that you are heading towards a path of stroking out. And the worst part about a stroke is that you're not going to just die. You're still going to be alive, you're just going to be paralyzed, or your brain's going to get fucked up. You're not going to be able to talk anymore, you're going to have slurred speech, maybe part of your body's going to be paralyzed, you're not going to be able to walk properly anymore, or exercise, or anything. And it's going to be too fucking late to change yourself. I had to make that decision to change because it was not, I was heading down that path. And luckily, when I decided to make a change, first thing I did, I got blood tests done, I got an MRI done on me to get checked out. I had everything done to make sure that I hadn't, in some irreversible way, damaged my body from a way I couldn't come back. I was pre-diabetic. I don't have diabetes. But imagine if you give yourself fucking diabetes. Millions of people around the world do it all the time. They give themselves fucking diabetes by forcing down drinking liters of Coke at a time, drinking sugar-sweetened beverages all the time. Think about all the shit that's out there, especially in America. How much food we have that has sugar in it and corn syrup. That stuff, all it's doing is that it's unhealthy for you. If you're sitting there with these bad habits, eating this shitty food, drinking this shitty shit, sitting in a chair all day long and watching video games, playing video games, watching TV, watching YouTube, laying in bed with your wife and all day and saying, oh baby, I love you and all this, but you're not doing anything for yourself, and hell, you're not even inspiring her. The worst piece of shit of a man is when you have a girl who actually does work out and she's trying and you don't fucking work out with her or you don't support her. Instead of pushing her forward and pulling her with you, you're just trying to claw her back. Just like you've heard that analogy of crabs in a bucket, and one crab tries to crawl out and the rest of them just grab him and pull him down. That's exactly what you're doing to your wife. And you're a piece of shit for doing it. You're a piece of shit to yourself, you're a piece of shit to your family. Look at your parents. Your parents are getting older. You can see that maybe your mother is really unhealthy and she needs to lose weight so that she can live longer. So someday, if your fat ass is gonna have some grandkids to give her, or if you already have kids and you wanna share them with her, it's gonna be too late because she's gonna be fat, she's going to be dead, or she's going to be stroked out, or have paralysis, or diabetes, or God knows what, and she's not going to be able to play or do anything with the kid because she's in her 60s, 70s, 80s, and it's too late to reverse it. So be an example to your family. Be an example to your friends. Be an example to yourself, most importantly. Wake up early. Go to the gym. Work out. Do these things. Create this adversity in your life that you don't want to do. Like, I don't want to get up at 3:40 a.m., get out of my nice warm bed with my wife, and fucking get out into the cold air conditioning of our apartment. We sleep in like this, in the 60s, 64 degrees. I get out, I'm freaking freezing my ass off. I gotta go change and go jump downstairs and go work out. I don't want to be fucking doing it, but I'm forcing myself to do it because the alternative is going back to the same shit I was doing before. And that was getting me fucking nowhere. It's gonna get you fucking nowhere. So wake the fuck up and change yourself now.